Hey, I hope everyone is having a great day. This is Molo Gaming and I'm back with another Fortnite video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be ranking every Bright Bomber skin that we have seen in Fortnite. Just around 40 minutes ago, as I record this audio, we just saw the release of the Bright Storm Bomber, so we now have a grand total of 8 Bright Bombers. The Bright Bomber is a really popular skin, very iconic to the game of Fortnite, and they've made multiple versions of this skin. So in this video, we're going to be ranking every single one of them. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 8, guys, I went for the Bubble Bomber. I don't know if this skin is really considered a Bright Bomber version, but it uses the same character model and it looks pretty similar, so I'm going to put it in as a Bright Bomber version. But this skin is nothing but absolute dog water. This skin is literally poop. You cannot tell me that this skin is not the worst version of the Bright Bomber, period. It looks terrible. Nobody liked this skin. It hasn't been in the item shop for, I believe, a pretty long time. Just because it's a bad skin, you never see this skin in game just because it's absolute trash. And I really don't have anything other to say in it. It looks really stupid. At number 7, I went for the Night Surf Bomber. The Bubble Bomber and Night Surf Bombers are by far the worst 2 Bright Bombers in the game, and they're way below the other 2. They're way below the other Bright Bombers, just because they look stupid. The Night Surf Bomber, which was part of the Goth Legends, is just trash. The Goth Legends bundle managed to make every single skin. The Goth Legends version of these skins are just bad. The Goth Legends version of Arachne looks terrible, the version of Dusk looks terrible, and they made a Goth version of the Dark Bomber, which is the Night Surf Bomber, and I don't like it. I think it looks stupid. I don't like the look of the skin. The tights look weird. Just not a skin that I would use. I really thought this skin would be sweaty, but just like the Bubble Bomber, you don't see really anybody use it anymore. At number 6, I think this is a huge step up from the other Bright Bombers that I've previously talked about. This is going to be the Beach Bomber. It's personally not a Bright Bomber that I'm really a huge fan of. It's definitely not bad, but just not a skin that I would use. You definitely see it quite a bit because it is in the item shop once in a while. Not as much as Bright Bomber and Dark Bomber, which are in the item shop way too much, but it's in there once in a while. And you see it slightly in game. It's a skin that I would maybe use. Probably not though, just because I don't like the look of the skin. Like I said, it's okay, but there's better ones. Such as the one that was just released today, which is the Bright Storm Bomber, which is coming in at number 5. I think the skin is pretty good. I was really surprised and very happy at that point that for this Bright Storm Bomber, there was a dark version of it as well as the normal version, just because it adds a lot of value to the skin. It is slightly more expensive, but that is due to the fact that it costs more. And it's a good skin. It's definitely not as good as the original Bright Bomber and the original Dark Bright Bomber, just because it has a different look to it and it's not necessarily your typical look on a Bright Bomber, but it's certainly not bad. It's pretty good, and I think number 5 is a fair placement for it. To number 4, which is going to be the Bright Bomber herself, the original, the OG, this is her. I think we have seen better versions of it, particularly in the last couple seasons. They've added a lot of versions of it. But yeah, she's the OG. Definitely a good skin. It doesn't have a back bling because they gave it out to the male version, which that's the one downfall to it, I'd say. That was stupid. But not a bad skin. I mean, there's really nothing to say about it. It was the original. That's what they based all the skins around it. And just think, if this skin was not added to the game, we would have never seen all the other skins that are based off the Bright Bomber that are better than her and that are going to be coming up later on this list. Such as the number 3 spot, which is going to be the Dark Bright Bomber. This skin is pretty good. The Dark series manages to make every single skin that they make a version of it better. The Dark Bright Bomber included. I don't think it's leagues ahead of the Bright Bomber, but it definitely is better. Definitely a skin that I would use. Just a little frustrating that the community that uses this skin is really not people I'm a fan of. Like the whole phase thing. I believe some famous phase player wears the skin, and that's kind of dumb because then you hate to use it just because all the sweats use it and then people think you're a sweat. But yeah, very, very good skin. but I don't think it's good enough to beat the number 2 position, which at number 2 is going to be the Bright Bomber, which currently, as I'm making the audio for this video, is not released. And to be honest, I don't know if this skin is ever going to be released, considering it's been like 5.23 billion years since this was last leaked. It's been a long time. I don't know what season this was leaked. I think it was before Chapter 2. This has been leaked a long time, and it's still not in the game. They've released multiple versions of the Bright Bomber since this skin was leaked, but this skin is still not out there. I have no idea why it's not in the game, because personally I think it's an amazing version of the Bright Bomber. It gives it more of a futuristic look with cool looking armor, and I'd say it's easily better than the original Bright Bomber, as well as all the other skins that I've talked about on this list. Very, very good skin. And please, Epic, please, if you're listening to this video, which I know you're not because I only have 100 subs, please release this skin. It is so good, and the community would absolutely love you if you did release the Brilliant Bomber. Very great skin. At the number 1 position, I of course had to go for Galaxia. I mean, I think most people would agree this is easily the best version of the Bright Bomber, just because the galaxy look is super cool. The hair that this skin has is really great. I do own this skin. I'm a really big fan of it, and I don't want that to be biased to my opinion of why I'm putting it at number 1, but I do think most people would agree this is the number 1. I do, however, I don't really like it how they're adding galaxy versions of a bunch of new skins now, because I really hope this is the last one, just because I really think it does ruin what the galaxy skin used to be, because that skin used to be so popular and so many people liked it, but now that we have better versions of it, it kind of ruins what the skin used to be. So please, Epic, stop releasing galaxy versions of skins, even though they are really good, and none of them are going to be bad skins just because the galaxy look on skins is super cool. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to comment down below what your favorite Bright Bomber is in Fortnite. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.